on? It has been, what, 2 whole weeks since we've had a show. My apologies. We had a broken AC in the studio. And was that for 2 weeks?
Pretty much. Well, I think you were kind of sick one week.
Yeah.
And then no AC.
Yeah. And I don't do no AC. Like, I will, what will I do instead of being inside a place with no AC? Go home. Because I don't do no AC. So, our apologies. We are super glad to be back. Producer James is over there doing whatever it is that producer Jameses do. And I am your host, the Libra of the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Like, I'm that Libra. Like, that Libra is me. It's me. Because I think some people get confused. They're like, why the Libra? Because it's my fucking astrological sign. Like, to me, like, it's so obvious. Like, some people are like, well, who do you know that's a Libra?
Well,
me. The only Libra that really counts. But no, there's a lot of, like, really famous Libras. Who do I share a birthday? I share a birthday with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, boy.
Amber Rose, which, out of the three of us, two of us have fucked Kanye West.
Wait, which two?
Not me. Today, it's the regular hustle and bustle. Yeah, I work today, but I have to be honest. A lot of the work that I did today, and it was important work that I did today, along with my regular job, was trying to get the women and children out of the Republic of Gilead. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't been watching The Handmaid's Tale. And season 4 kicked off today. So, like, literally, I have tried to rush through everything I've had to do today so I can get back on Hulu and watch The Handmaid's Tale. It's such a good show, and I kind of jumped on the bandwagon pretty late, but it's so good. And I could see this shit really happening. I don't think it's a coincidence that we've got so many movies that focus on dystopia.
Do you mean dystopia?
Dystopia. What did I say? Dystopia?
Dystopia.
It's the same thing. The world's fucked up. Like, for example, you've got movies and books like The Hunger Games, Divergent, what else? The Time Machine. And then you have The Handmaid's Tale. I really think that a group of people, okay, think about it. We were just talking about this movie the other night. What was the M. Night Shyamalan movie? The Village.
The Village. Yeah.
Like, you see how if you have enough money, if you have enough people, like-minded people, you can do some pretty horrible shit. Like what they do in The Handmaid's Tale. The show's nothing like what I thought it was going to be about. That's why I didn't watch it for like a long time.
Everybody says how bad it is, for those folks, but it seemed like the guys have it pretty good. Yeah,
the guys had it part of the reason why I really like the show is because I know the men are fucking going to get stuck in the end. Like, they got to get it, and I can't wait. But I will tell you this. If you watch the show, it reminds me back when The Walking Dead was good and not total trash. Your blood pressure would get high. You're just like, when I'm done with an episode, I'm like, I'm dizzy. My blood pressure's up. Why do I have a knife in my hand? Why do I hate men? I hate men sign in the other hand. Why am I sitting here trying to strategically figure out how I can help aid the women and children of Gilead and get them back to Canada? That's where they are.
That's amazing. No one's ever said, help them get back to Canada.
No, that's not something that you hear very often. But I will say this. The more and more I hear about Canada, look, there's a lot more to Canada than maple syrup, Celine Dion, and Justin Bieber. Let me tell you. I mean, Canada kind of sounds like a cool place to live.
It does.
Yeah, and then they have snow. Like, we live in Texas. Let me rephrase. We live by Galveston. We don't know snow. You guys saw how we freaked the fuck out. What was that? A month or two ago
Oh,
when we
the
had
whole
a
fucking state shut down.
yeah when we had a hard freeze. It wasn't even enough snow to make a snowman with.
We
Like
were
it wasn't enough snow to make like a little people snowman family. But we didn't go to work. We closed down the schools.
some of us died.
We had curfews. Look, we don't know about cold and snow. You give us ants, mosquitoes, crawfish, dirty fucking water, gumbo, fried chicken,
And meth.
carnivals, meth, weed, Beyonce. Texas, we got it. We're good. We got that.
But you make us cold for 48 hours.
We don't know what
we're
the fuck to
fucked.
do. No. Look, I tried to be cute and I put on my Ugg boots. And I'm gonna go take a picture outside with this hard ice because it wasn't snow. No. And I went one slippity slip. And just a foot went up, and I'm like, I'm not about this life. This is dangerous out here. Children, stay in your homes. Like, do not go outside. It's dangerous just to take a step outside. Like, I really saw my life flash before my eyes. We don't know. I don't know what we would do if there was actually snow, consistent snow falling from the sky. I honestly feel like we would think it was the apocalypse. Like we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what to do. And now aren't we suing like a whole electrical company or something like that?
Oh, we're suing everybody.
What is it called? Erect? Erot?
ERCOT.
Yeah, y'all fucked up.
He's calling it erect.
It was like ER something. Yeah, they fucked up, and they're still trying to listen. Part of the reason why a lot of Texas is not wearing the mask right now is because of that hard freeze and how badly they fucked things up. They're like, okay, look, let's go back to COVID. Let's give the people a little something that they want so they can get off our asses. Because Governor Abbott, they did not. The system was jacked up. A lot of people are still not in their homes because of pipes bursting and things like that. Just we don't know. I mean, someone was like, wrap up your pipes. I'm like, with what? What do you mean wrap up with what? Tape? I don't wrap. We need instruction kits here. We don't. No, what? I don't wrap your plants. What? What do you mean? Like put coats on the plants? What? Can't we just bring them in? Just it's confusing.
Well, what sucks is even if you brought your stuff in and you had no power,
So
your
many
house was
people
freezing.
Yes, so many people.
That's why so many pipes bust.
Yes,
'Cause
not
it froze
ours.
inside the house.
Not ours because we don't live in the ghetto.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I'm just totally kidding. There was mansions that had no. It was hard on us.
Well, not on us, but everybody else. It was hard.
But I mean, sometimes it's hard watching everybody suffer. It's like when you're watching
it's hard trying to care that much.
Yeah, it's like when you're watching Animal Planet and you see like a family of zebras and there's a newborn zebra and you see the lion pack coming. And you're like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not them zebras. You know what I mean? It's just like, but you still kind of watch I don't know. No, it was not entertaining to see others suffer. But it was entertaining to see the way they freaked the fuck out because they had to go without something. Anywho, you know what time it is. It is time for the gap.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip the gab with Keisha.
Oh my God, so much stuff has been happening. I think our last show, DMX had died. And I've been listening to DMX every single day since he died. James, what is my new saying? Let's see if he really pays attention. If he really pays attention as a husband to the stupid things that I say, we're about to find out right now. What's my new saying? I got it from DMX.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Because you hadn't been saying.
Yes, I have. I even said I'm going to open a company based off of that name.
Damn, you got me.
Darkman X got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Darkman X. So I'm like, oh, okay. So can I get like a Dark Keisha X? Like, can that? I'm working on the name, but I'm inspired by it. I never knew.
Well, and you taught me that DMX stood for Dark Man.
Yes.
I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't either. So, you know when a person like a celebrity dies and you go back and you review their old work and you're like, it is like then we discover how much of a genius someone was. Like, why can't we have discovered this when they were still alive? Like, I have listened to that song, which is Party Up. I know over 1,000 times since it came out. I never, ever, ever heard the part Darkman X got on. You know what? They don't put that on the radio. You know, okay, think about it. When you have songs, sometimes you get the radio version and they cut off a chunk of it.
They cut it off, or they do the weird sound.
Yeah, like I think with songs on the radio, I think they have to be within a certain time frame. For example,
also can't say certain things.
But you can say Darkman X got the bouncing again. I think that's pretty safe.
I think you should have to every 10 minutes.
I think that's pretty safe. But it's like it's really like the end of it, okay? Think about a song like November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Were we in elementary school?
God, maybe junior high. That was on Use Your
No,
Illusion, too.
It was elementary because I hadn't moved to Dickinson yet.
Oh, wow.
So that's a long-ass song.
Yes. So
they have to cut that to be on the radio. So I think that's a lot of the times you don't hear certain lyrics of a song because they're at the end, where it's a lot of layering of the background vocals and just a lot of layers of things. And that usually gets cut off on the radio version. So, but yeah, I'm about to start me a whole new company. DMX is going to be Dark Girl something. I'm representing for us. RIP DMX. Like, they're actually said that in New York, there's going to be a National DMX Day now.
Wow.
I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm amazed by, I knew DMX was popular. I didn't know he was that popular.
Was he always that popular, or just got popular because he died?
No, he's always been popular.
Okay.
This is like I mean, he's part of the Rough Riders crew. You know, I'm a Rough Rider too. I don't be riding nothing, but I'm rough. Anywho, so like I said, I kept telling y'all, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for 2021. I can't wait for 2021. I'm like, why? They both, 2020 and 2021 have the same hoe as mama, and we don't know who the daddies are. And to further reiterate that, Caitlyn Jenner has decided to run for the governor of California. And as upset and confused as that made me, it made me just retreat to goofy things that white people say. I actually go, why? She's not the Terminator. It just felt right. Because she, Arnold Schwarzenegger, no one's going to buck up to the Arnold. You can run for whatever you want, Arnold. But Caitlyn can't even fucking control the Kardashians. Not just the Kardashians, she can't even fucking control her biological children, the Jenners. None of them are supporting her. None of them. They're not supporting Bruce. They're not supporting Caitlyn. None of it. This is one thing that the Kardashians and the Jenners all agree on. Caitlyn's ass should not be running for governor. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Caitlyn Jenner had a better chance of running for governor as Bruce Jenner or as Caitlyn Jenner?
I'm going to go equally no chance either way.
I actually feel like Bruce would have had a good chance. I mean, you think about it. All-American guy till, they got that show. Oh, yeah, and then you had a sex change. But before then, Bruce Jenner, Olympian, gold, Bruce, All-American. You remember seeing Bruce running with like an American flag?
I do, and I'm sorry, but running in a circle faster than the guy next to you doesn't make you able to lead people. Like that's what
But
pisses
wait
me
a
off.
minute, this is America.
Well, yeah, but then that's the problem.
We
like
had
people,
Donald Trump as a president.
people get famous, people get an ego, and all of a sudden they think, "Oh, I can fix that," even though I have no skill, no knowledge, no ability,
And I don't often agree
and
with
no balls.
literally in that case. I don't often agree with producer James, as you guys well know, but he's right. Like, some of you guys can't even really properly read a script. You have to have your assistant read it to you.
What the hell makes you think that just because you're good at one thing,
You're good at
everything?
And I almost feel as though people think that it's not a big deal to be in charge of a country or a state or a city. It kind of is. You know, I don't think people realize everything that falls underneath that umbrella. There's a lot. There's healthcare. Like, people's lives are really in your hands.
I don't think people realize that being prom king or prom queen doesn't matter one fucking bit, and that mentality just carries on through life.
And
You know what I
I
mean?
just can't.
Popular doesn't mean good at.
But you know what? That is the kind of world that we have created, if you think
Yep.
about it. I don't know. I feel funny, you know, using my finger to press yes for Caitlyn Jenner, knowing that Caitlyn Jenner fingered Kris Jenner at some point.
And also ran over somebody and killed them.
Sure did.
Yeah, like, we just keep forgetting that she killed somebody.
That's right. And that she also helped raise Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe Kardashian.
That should be enough to just get you like exported from the US.
I feel like there's a lack of respect for government officials right now, and I have to be honest. Like, I feel as though it's because Donald Trump was elected president. I feel like that really gave some of these narcissistic celebrities the brass balls to say, "Hey, I think I can do that."
Yeah, like they needed more, confidence or more, listen to me
Yeah,
attitude.
yeah. I don't know. Good luck. I mean, it looks pretty bad when your own kids won't endorse you.
It's also California, where you had a porn star running for your governor at one point.
Who?
Mary Carey. Remember?
Who was that?
What was it? I think before Gavin Newsom was elected, there was like a huge bunch of people that ran for governor. Like Mary Carey. There was a ton of weird people that decided to run for governor.
And the weirdness continues, is
Yes.
all I can say. Speaking of weirdness, which I don't think is weird, but James thinks it's weird that I like this show so much, Jocelyn's Cabaret. Oh! Season 2 premiered last Sunday. Okay, look. Remember when you said, "Hey, I'm just going to sit at home, veggie out, and binge watch a show"? They don't want you to do that shit anymore. Like, they are releasing the episodes weekly. Why do you get to change the rules like that? Ask me. Some people want to watch it week by week. Give them that option. Some of us like to sit in our beds, eat fried pork chops, and eat ice cream, and binge watch a whole fucking show. I think they should give us the option.
Well, we've always had the option. Really.
Well, not anymore.
Well, you're right. I mean, we could always just wait and watch it each week if we had
I don't
that
want
kind
to
of
do
discipline. Yeah.
Remember, I had a whole day playing. What did I say? I'm not doing anything on Sunday. I'm just gonna, just chill out and binge watch all of season 2 of Jocelyn's Cabaret. But you want to know what happened on that day instead? Let's see. My dad came down for a visit, which that's fine. They found a dead body by our shop.
God, yes.
And then there was only one fucking episode of Jocelyn. Out of everything, the worst part was there was only one episode of Jocelyn's Cabaret that I could have watched.
That was the worst thing. Not the dead guy outside of our shop, but you only get one episode of Jocelyn.
I know. I mean, that really frosted my cookies when I got home. I'm like, I am ready to go. I'm ready, Jocelyn. I got my imaginary pole over here. I'm ready to do it, and it was one motherfucking episode. Now, granted, it was a good episode. It was a very good episode. So, if you don't know about Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, she used to be on Love and Hip Hop. She dated Stevie J for years and years and years. She nasty. She, if you like naughty, nasty girls, and not naughty like me, like she real nasty, like nasty, nasty. But I love it. She doesn't give a fuck, and I love that about her. So she started this show on Zeus, which the concept is fabulous. But when you get a whole bunch of black people, Spanish people that don't know the true meaning of cabaret, it's just a whole fucking mess. Because there was nothing cabaret about season 1.
So what's the premise of the show?
The premises of the show is, Jocelyn Hernandez used to be a very popular stripper. That's how she got her start, okay? So now that she's, I guess, leveled up,
King stripper.
I know, right? She wanted to go back to some of the old joints and teach some of the strippers how to perform a cabaret show. Classy. I don't like, wait a minute. Jocelyn, does cabaret mean the same thing that it means in the United States as it means in Puerto Rico? Because somewhere it got blurry what the meaning is. Cabaret is sexual, the illusion of sex. You know what I mean? It's not pussy popping in your face, which is what these girls do. All right?
They're like straight up hardcore strippers.
Look, they the kind of strippers. Some of these bitches ain't got cars. Some of these are strippers / prostitutes because they have pimps. Strippers don't need pimps. Strippers usually just need a bodyguard to walk them out to their car to enter their shift. They don't need a whole pimp. They have pimps. Okay? That's prostitution. But never mind that. Last season was great. Again, there was nothing cabaret about it. Even when Jocelyn got on the stage to teach the girls the cabaret routine, they even said, well, what? Jocelyn didn't have counts. There was no professional choreography. That was part of it. When they wrote down the business plan for this, they skipped the part where they said hire a professional choreographer. Also, they needed to, at the top, have the definition in big bold print of what cabaret really means. You just trying to control strippers. You're trying to be the den mom. All right. So season 2, season 1 they were in Miami. Season 2 they are in Atlanta, and you can tell there's been 2 episodes. You can tell that someone probably told them the same shit that I'm telling y'all right now, because it seemed like they really tried to level it up a little bit. Not as far as the girls that they selected. No. That's still trash-tastic. But there's a nice house. Jocelyn has got some choreography that she's been working on. When I tell you these girls are, let me just tell you, because producer James refuses to watch it. I mean, he watches a lot of my trash television, but he has not watched this one yet. And let me remind you, you have to watch it on Zeus to see it in its entirety. If you wait till they show it on Wii, every other word is going to be beeped out. You're not going to see, like, you see real titties and pussies and asses and stuff like that when you watch it on Zeus. I mean, I want to see that. I think that's worth $4.99 a month. And that's the only show on the Zeus network that I watch. But I've still been paying $4.99 a month, well, producer James has, unknowingly, for the last, we've been paying that money since last year when season 1 came on.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
We paid $60 just to wait to see the next season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's worth it.
I'll pay more for less.
Let me say this. This season is so good because they actually have a porn star as one of the girls. As she told one of the other girls, I suck dick and pussy at the same time sometimes. That's talent. I mean, because I'd be out of breath and choking and just... No, I'd be like throwing up on a dick.
Well, you don't like vaginas.
They're so disgusting looking. No. I am like a man when he hears the word episiotomy and finds out what it really means. That's me with vaginas. Just they look angry. Vaginas remind me of when the predator takes off his mask and it's like, ah! That's a vagina to me. It just look angry and ugly. I don't know. I've never been told mine was ugly before. I've always been told that it's kind of cute. But I just thought they're ugly. Dicks are much more appealing to me. So anyway, we got a porn star. Within the first, I wish I could say hour, but it was like the first fucking 30 minutes of being in the house where all the girls come in. They're kind of introducing themselves, just not even a full introduction, just like 2 sentences. And one girl, which I don't even know why she said all this, she's depressed. She had recently gotten an abortion, and it was twins, which led to one of the other girls in the background saying, damn, double homicide. Ooh, how insensitive is that? It actually made, when you shot the stripper, they all went, oh, damn. Even Johnson was like, that was a bit harsh. Like, it was all double homicide. Okay. And then there was a fight on the first night. A good fight. A hood fight. Like, I can tell you, I can watch any reality TV show. I can see any reality TV show fight. And I can quickly tell you within the first 1.5 seconds if it's a real fight or a fake fight.
Yep.
This was real. Like, it was real. Like, you could actually, Jocelyn screamed because she somehow got caught in the middle and screamed. Security was down there. That poor security man. All his ass was out trying to stop these fucking you cannot stop a stripper fight.
No, the best thing you can do is just throw a bucket of water on them like cats.
Like dogs. You get a fucking 2 wooden spoons and just keep clicking it till they fucking stop.
Get your keys and jangle them.
I really felt so bad. I was like, man, Zeus didn't have to do him like that. They could have, this one time, someone should have made the executive decision to blur out that man's ass because he was.
That'd be terrible if they blurred out his ass, but not the titties and pussy and everything else.
I don't know. That's part of the show. So look, when he signed on to be security, he didn't say he was going to strip, but I mean, his pants were halfway down his ass. I was like, God. And here's the thing: when he sees that show, he knows that's his ass. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like,
I mean, you know your own ass.
You know your own ass. Even though you don't even see your own ass all the time, you still know your own ass. So anyway, on the second episode, she wanted to have the girls, she wanted them to demonstrate their skills. I mean, I just thought their skills were riding a pole and giving blowjobs in the upstairs room, but apparently there's more to it than this. She just wanted to, because they're planning on taking this show on the road to Las Vegas. So anywho, each one of the girls gets up, does a little something, something. And I will have to say, they've got real talent. Like, these are not just your average Houston, Galveston strippers.
Greenspoint strippers.
They got a little bit more talent than that. But the fucking girl who got the abortion. So she's doing her thing, and she decides, which I give it to her. She goes to give Jocelyn kind of a lap dance, all right? And it's very sensual, and she's doing this, she's doing that. Then you get to the confessional. And Jocelyn's like, you know, her dance was good, but I was like, ooh, this bitch knows she just had an abortion. I hope she don't get no blood clots on me, because I don't have no napkins. Who says that? That shocked the fuck out of me. And I am damn near unshockable. She said, I hope she ain't got no blood clots because I don't have napkins. I don't know if that was worse or the double homicide.
Double homicide is funny.
The other one was just like, and then how about this? Jocelyn was the one who was consoling the girl after the other girl said double homicide. She gonna be pissed as fuck as Juice Jocelyn when she sees that episode. It's just so, ugh, it's nasty. Like y'all know I say a lot. I wouldn't even say that. That was just a bit much. However, the show is still quite entertaining. Like, you've got to watch this show. Please don't watch it on YouTube. Don't watch it next year on WeTV like we did with the Black China show. I didn't realize we could watch Black China unfiltered on Zeus. I forgot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah, most definitely check out Johnson's Cabaret. When we get back from this break, we are going to give you guys reviews of Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. I want to remind you guys very quickly to make sure you are following us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. You can watch the show on Facebook. Also on our YouTube channel, iTunes, TuneIn app, Laughable app, and iHeartRadio. Is that correct?
That's it.
All right. Basically, anywhere that you can listen to a podcast, you can find us. You can even leave us a review. But if it's your first time listening to the show, don't leave a review. This is a process. You can only leave a review if you've listened to like 5 of our shows, because then you're over the shock of the filth and the raunch, and you're like, oh, this shit's pretty fucking funny. Then you can leave a review. Not like C.A. Clemens or whatever his name was. I can't remember. Anyway, so movie theaters are finally opening back up. Thank the movie gods, because I just that was rough on us, because we are movie going folks. Yes, I know you can stream a lot of the shit at your home, but I like the smell of the movie theater. I like the gathering of people. Like, we're all interested in the same thing. I like the big screen. I even like the stupid commercial. I just like going to the movies. All right. So Godzilla versus Kong came out, and of course we had to go see it on opening night. We went there, we're ordering our beverages, and, producer James and I talking a little bit here, a little bit there. Then I see some motherfucking kid pass by in a full-on Godzilla costume. No, not like a mask that you can get at Party City. No, it had like a tail. Like, the tail had its own seat and shit. Like, it was a lot. And James was like, that's so cute. I'm like, no, it's fucking not.
This kid who was so happy to be going to that movie. Wear
a freaking Godzilla t-shirt like the rest of us motherfuckers. Why you gotta have on a costume? I just didn't get it. There's something else that pissed me off. At the end of the movie, all right, okay, this is funny. Everyone's so used to not going to the movies that when we got into the movie theater, everybody tripped. Everyone had to turn on their flashlights to find the seats, because we couldn't see. Like, we had gotten accustomed to, okay, I'm in the movie theater. My eyes know to refocus and change lens because we're in the movie theater. Our eyes couldn't do it again. Like, all of us were like, I can't find what? Oh, okay, here it is. Yeah, that is what we were all doing. We couldn't see. So it's the end of the movie. I think you had gone to the restroom.
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person, I don't know. I waited for my husband, okay? I was waiting for him. I'm still sitting in my seat. A fucking teenager passes by, says, oh, ma'am, there's not any extra scenes at the end if that's what you're waiting for. Well, I fucking wasn't waiting for that. But thank you. And my husband is king of the nerds. I know when there's extra stuff at the end of the movie. I don't need your young dumbass telling me that. I'm waiting for my husband so we can walk to the car together. You know what I mean? I just felt so old. Like, he ma'amed me. Then he like tried to help me out like I was an elderly lady in a wheelchair. Said, you can't go out that exit here. Let me show you the exit for the cripples over here. That's what I felt like he was.
Did he do that soft voice thing when you talk to old people? Ma'am, there's no ending card.
He wasn't that bad about it because it was clear it was an elderly, and he probably got a sense that I might have would have cussed him out. But just fucking walk along. I'm waiting for my husband so I don't trip going down these motherfucking steps like I did coming up the steps. So just go on with your hoodie. Anywho, Godzilla versus Kong. Let me say this. Did we already review this movie on the show?
It's been so long, I don't remember.
It's been so long, we can't remember. I think we did too.
We might have.
Oh man, we are getting old. Maybe we do need that kid to help us keep
Ooh.
track of what we talk about on the show.
Let's see. I'm looking back.
Okay.
So we did talk about it on the DMX show.
I don't know. We haven't done it.
Maybe not.
I don't think we have. Okay, good. We're all good. We are all good. All right. So I appreciate a movie that does not waste time. Like, I want you, the action scenes need to start within the first, I say 10 minutes for me. I think that's a pretty appropriate amount of time.
I think so.
I mean, it's Godzilla versus Kong. How much of a script do you really need? Not much. And even with me saying not much, the script was still fucked up. Look, the script was awful. It really looked like a pair of goobers who just got out of filmmaking school, sat around with their Starbucks macchiatos. What is it, macchiatos?
Sure.
Macchiatos and their fucking Vans tennis shoes and their earth-friendly sunglasses on.
Vegan sunglasses.
Yeah. And they place their lunch order and they say, hey, can you bring us one of those salads that the Kardashians eat? Every episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, it looks like them. They wrote the script because the script was dumb. It really was stupid. Half the characters in the movie didn't need to be in the movie. I mean, all you really needed was Kong and Godzilla. Well, let me tell y'all this. Kong got his ass whipped.
I mean,
he did.
He fought well, but I mean,
he did. Look, they had to fucking resurrect him. Remember?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, there was one part where he tried to get up. And he just said, oh, fuck this. I mean, he didn't get no breaks. He didn't get any water. He didn't get any food. He didn't get no pussy. Like, I don't blame Kong. I'm like, what the fuck am I fighting? Really? All I'm going to say is that Mega Godzilla was the main reason Kong won the battle.
Yeah.
Because without Mega Godzilla, I think Godzilla had Kong.
Oh, yeah, he had him.
Yeah, he had him good. But, you know, sometimes you gotta, it was like two bitches. Oh, wait, we both met at the same bitch. Let's be friends. That's how it was, okay? The story, none of the people really had to be in the movie.
The story, the people's story mattered not at all.
Even the really ones that were supposed to be funny weren't that funny. I mean, they had Alexander Skarsgård. He's one of those Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's a Skarsgård.
He's a Skarsgård.
He was in True Blood.
He was in True Blood. And what's her dad's name? Vlad Skarsgård. No, their dad's a pretty
Stellan.
Stellan. I love Stellan. He cannot be good. And then there's the little brother who plays the clown in It.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
There's a bunch of. They're like the white Wayanses.
Skarsgård is Swedish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he also was in Hemlock Grove, which is on Netflix, which is a very good series. It just didn't. I mean, the little girl was cute.
I mean, she was cute, but I mean, they ultimately didn't. I mean, they were extra.
It just didn't make any. It just, the script was weak. But I'll take a weak ass script if it's nothing but action in it, which it was. Yes. The action was really, really good.
Fight was good.
Like, here's an example. When and how did they get to Tokyo? James, they started in Miami.
On that boat. Remember?
Is that where they were going? They weren't going to Tokyo on the boat. They were taking him. This is before they went into that layer.
Oh, they were taking him to Antarctica.
We have no idea how we got to Tokyo. None. No, there was no flights.
Oh, no, remember, the hole from the hollow earth went up, and that was in Tokyo.
That was so stupid.
Yeah.
It seemed like it would be right back in the place where where you entered the hole from.
Well, no, because Kong was dying from cold in Antarctica. Remember? I did love at the very end, after the fight's over, and Kong's about to, Godzilla's leaving, and he kind of looks back at Kong like, all right, you done lost your above ground privileges.
Go back down to the bottom of the sea. Yeah,
be gone or you be gone.
Here's the thing. Godzilla he's a fucking lizard. Like, he's got a suit of armor already on him. Plus, he can swim.
Yep.
And he can spit fire.
Atomic breath.
But you know what? Darkman Kong got him bouncing again. I think it goes.
Kong had so much personality.
You just
he really did in this movie.
Look, y'all have heard me talk about my family tree. Okay. We've got gorilla noses. I was fortunate enough that my mom's kind of her nose balanced out mine, and so it's a baby gorilla's nose. But my dad and all his brothers, his whole side of the family, they're all dark skinned, they're tall, and they're big. When they first showed Kong get up in the morning and yawn and scratch his ass, I looked at James and said, now tell me that ain't Gerald Holman right there. Tell me that is not Gerald. It made me love Kong even more. It's reminded me of my daddy.
Yeah, he had a lot of personality. He was
did.
really likable.
Yes. So we're also going to review Mortal Kombat. I'm not going to because I actually have friends in life. So I've never been in Mortal Kombat. But producer James is going to tell us all about it. Because he has no friends nor no life.
Yes. So I watched Mortal Kombat with my son, Jackson, at home. We didn't go to the theater. We did the HBO Max things. And it was good. So here's the thing. A lot like Godzilla vs. Kong. The story, pretty simple. The action was great. The gore was great. The fights were great. Characters, outside of the classic characters, the one that they added, kind of meaningless. But
that wasn't a very good review. But maybe that's all that there is to Mortal Kombat.
Well, no, it was good. They did the fights really well. The characters were done really well. Kano was hilarious. Like he was like, they did it like the original characters were intended to be. Mm-hmm. So Kano was just an Australian asshole jerk and really funny. Everybody had their little powers by the end of the show. Good fights, good CGI. It was fun.
And we gonna take his word for it because I'll be damned if I'm about to sit and watch Mortal Kombat. Like I can remember going to my babysitter's house. She had a daughter who was a tomboy. So I just remember the video game. And I'm like, did that man just snatch that other man's heart out? Is he a vampire? Is he gonna do anything with the heart? What do you do with the heart? Why do you do it? What?
That's a fatality. Fatality.
You damn right. When you snatch somebody's heart out, that is a fatality.
Well, the video game changed the world. I mean, it was huge, so huge. And the first movie that had Christopher Lambert in it was okay, but it was like PG, kind of fun.
I know that you can't have PG for Mortal Kombat, and I don't give a fuck about Mortal Kombat.
Well, that's what they learned and did in this movie. So this movie, yes, they went full out with the violence, with the gore, with the it was exactly as you wanted it to be. Right. If you were a fan of
the original
of the games,
video game. Was there ever a TV show?
There was a very short-lived TV show.
Okay.
They did a ton of fan service too. So they did a lot of things that fans of the game and fans of the franchise will see. They worked in some of the music. They worked in some of the moves, some of the really iconic stuff. I mean, it was, if you're a fan of the game and the franchise, you have to see it.
Well, I'm not.
So, no.
But I know a lot of people were super excited about Mortal Kombat. It just wasn't my thing because I live my life 1/4 mile at a time. And I'm just waiting on the new Fast and Furious movie to come out. That's all I really care about. Was Vin Diesel in the movie?
No.
Oh, I just thought about. I don't know if The Rock is going to be in the new Fast and the Furious movie.
I don't think so. Brock's busy making tons of movies.
Yeah, and then him and Vin Diesel had that bad little fight. That little.
Oh, did they?
Oh, yes.
I didn't know The Rock fought with anybody.
Oh, yeah, he did. He was not a fan of Vin and a lot of the stuff. It was a lot of stuff went down. All right, so speaking of stuff going down, I was very happy to see this morning when I was on the interwebs that Floyd Mayweather is going to beat the fucking snot shit out of Logan Paul. And I will pay, how much should we pay for Tyson and
it could have been 10 grand and would have been worth it.
Yeah, it was good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the Tyson fight. I love having the hip hop artists. Some of them I didn't even know, but I enjoy having them in between the fights. The commentary was good. It was good. Snoop's performance, I liked it a lot.
And Snoop killed it on
the commentary. Yes, he really did. So Logan Paul, he just won a fight this past weekend, I want to say.
Was that Logan or his brother?
Is that a mosquito? I thought it was a mosquito. I get them confused. I don't know which one. It's one of the Paul boys. Whichever Paul. Which one is it? Ooh, I don't know. No, it's Logan Paul.
Okay.
Logan Paul is the one who's been training to be a boxer. And from what we saw from his last fight, I mean, he was pretty good. He knocked the fuck out of that guy pretty quick. That guy that was in the NBA that the NBA doesn't claim anymore. They're like, take his name off the block. No. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that.
I'm excited if they do it like a real fight, not like the Tyson fight. Like it needs to be a full-on, full-contact fight.
I feel as though this one will be.
I hope so.
Yeah, I feel like this one will be.
Paul gets his fucking head knocked off.
And then here's the thing that I like. Floyd Mayweather's a big shit talker. I love that. I cannot fucking wait. I would pay. Doesn't matter what it costs. I got to see it. I wish I could see it in person. But I just know this little white boy is fucking about to get plastered.
Yep.
But what if, like, for some odd reason, he beat Floyd?
Then Floyd should walk out of the arena and shoot himself in the face.
Yeah, and it's like, if Floyd loses, like, black people, we're not going to be able to leave our houses for, like, a good 3 to 4 days. Because we're going to be embarrassed.
You should be.
Yeah. Floyd, you better get that. Real quick before we go into our next break, RuPaul's Drag Race winner was crowned last Friday, and it was Simone, who is very deserving of the title. This was a fan-fucking-tastic season. This has been, there was the last couple of seasons I've been like, I didn't even make it halfway through. I just stopped watching them, but this was so much talent, so entertaining. Still not better than season 5.
And this was season, what, 13? Something like that?
Something like that.
I can't believe there's been that many seasons since season 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that much.
Yeah. They don't waste time. I mean, and they really filmed during COVID.
Yeah.
One of the contestants even had COVID. Candy Muse. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, this was an excellent season. And for people who have not ever watched RuPaul's Drag Race, we're around someone who said they never watched some of the best entertainment on television. I know some people are like, oh, it's men in dresses, or oh, it's gays and stuff.
Yes, and?
Yeah, all that stuff's there, but you don't even think about it because there's so much entertainment, and you should fucking think about that anyway. Anyway, when we get back, I'm going to award the Bitch Please of the Week from the Libra Lounge.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Bitch, please. You be rolling down the street, telling stories. Bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. Producer James says this is episode 115?
114.
114. Wow, amazing. Thank you. We're also, I don't know how we're going to do this. We may even need some damn help doing it, but I am determined to get on Joe Rogan's podcast. Ever since he moved to Austin, which is only like 2.5, 3 hours away from me, I feel like me and Joe could be the new Howard Stern and Robin.
I think so.
He just hasn't discovered me yet. So we're going to try to run a campaign to get Joe's attention on me so I can be, Joe doesn't, I'm going to be his new co-host, okay? I seen it. I seen it in a vision. It could have been a marijuana-induced vision.
Well, Joe probably saw the same one then.
So, hey, we're on the same path. We have the same damn visions. You know what I mean? So we will stay tuned because we'll have more information on that. I just thought about it the other day. I'm like, why don't we do this? I got to get on Joe's show. Because every day I wake up mad because producer James hasn't gotten me on Joe Rogan's show. So just going to have to take
So we'll need emails and call-ins and all kinds of shit.
Hashtags. He probably going to wind up getting a restraining order against me. But whatever.
Which would be great.
I know. Listen. I bet if he got a restraining order against me, he would talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
I'm famous. You know what I mean? Okay. So it is time for the Bitch Please of the Week from the Libra Lounge. Look, this friend and I don't know if this story is true or not, but I think it is true. because this is the kind of stupidity that we live in right now. So this was on Facebook, and it is from Milwaukee County. And this is what it says. 2 weeks ago, they gave the zoo 1 star. Okay, so first off, me and my family love to visit all different types of zoos. Elephants being my all-time favorite. Everyone loves an elephant. When we took my daughter to see the elephants, I was mortified by the absolute lack of care and concern. Okay, so right there, I'm ready to get a protest going because I'm thinking in my head, oh, they over here in Milwaukee County abusing animals? Oh, no, not while Rakisha Holman Owens is still alive. We are not doing this. And then I continue to read what her review was. Okay. This elephant had the largest erection I've ever seen. I bet. I mean, because an elephant's erection is pretty large. I would be concerned if she's seen a bigger dick than an elephant's dick. Did you see a blue whale's dick, bitch? How did you see a blue whale's dick? Okay, let me continue on. My daughter began asking me what that was, and she's only 3. If the staff took care of these poor animals and relieved them, maybe my 3-year-old wouldn't be asking about gigantic elephant erections. Okay, so I'm not even sure how to explain to this dumb bitch that a zoo is a place that is designed for the education, preservation, is that right? Preservation?
Whatever. Preservation.
Preservation of animals.
And to let them act
like fucking animals. They're animals. They get hard-ons. The boys, their lipsticks get. How many times a week does one of the boys' lipstick gets cut off? Get stuck?
Gets out all the time.
Yes. You're at its home. It can eat, jack off. It can fuck. It can go into labor. It's at home. Bitch, we're the guest. Do you know, like, pleasing an elephant, that's a big job to do.
It takes a team.
It's going to take a team of hands and a lot of lube to do that.
Oh, my God.
That is not part of the budget for a zoo.
I don't think that's part of the hiring process.
I can't understand why someone would get that mad about. I've seen chimps, like, throw shit at a zoo. Like, that shit's fun. If I were at the zoo and I saw an elephant's erection, first off, everyone in the vicinity is gonna know because I would be like, oh, that is Dick James. That would be so entertaining to me. Bitch, tell your 3-year-old that's the circle of life. She ain't watched The Lion King before. She's never met Dr. Pole.
She just saw Dr. Pole.
I don't know. So my friend was like, what are these Karens going to do next? I'm like, I don't know. The bitch is probably going to write a fucking letter because the elephant's assholes weren't bleached. I don't fucking know. Like, how do you get upset? How do you get so mad about that?
That's somebody who just hates to see
anything sexual.
Happy. Anybody happy.
I mean, you don't know what you're going to see at the zoo. Okay, so this is how we do zoos in Texas. In the summertime, when everyone wants to go to the zoo, that is on every daycare's field trip list, all the time. Well, basically, you're going to the zoo just to look at the habitations, because the fucking animals be in the back where it's cool. They're not out.
Oh, yeah, the summertime Texas Zoo is terrible.
Because the animals are smarter than us. We're the only dumb fucks out there in 150-degree weather with our cameras and our kids all red-faced, dehydrated and shit, looking for animals, and then we get upset because the animals are not because the animals are fucking smart. Of course they're not out here. It's hot. Like, it's hot. So half the time when we go to the zoo, we don't even see animals.
I just can't imagine, like, she thinks, well, I hope she wasn't confused. I hope that wasn't the trunk she was looking at.
This dumb bitch, it probably was a trunk. Why didn't you jack off his trunk? His trunk was out. I don't.
Relieve. This did the thought.
Relieve the animal.
Relieve the animal.
Your kid is 3. You could have told your kid that was another ear. She would have believed it.
It's
And
got two
by the
trunks.
time she started going to preschool, she would have forgot about it. Then she's 3 years old.
course, they would've-
Here's the thing. She's 3. She should be knowing about penises and identification of body parts already.
Yeah, basic biology.
You just say that's what all boys have. All
Not all
boys.
boys.
Well, not that big. Well, some NBA black players have heard. But how do you get mad? Let's say you were upset when you saw that.
Okay.
By the time you stop by the little cafe, you stop and eat something, get a drink, get hydration. Of course, your 3-year-old's gonna want to go to the what's the little shops?
Oh, the gift shop.
The gift shops, and you buy things and you get fluffy little stuffed animals. You get in your AC. You should have cooled off by now enough for that. You should be laughing about that. See, I would have had my phone like, let me see this shit. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram page. Look at that dick. You know what I mean? Like, people, like, their sense of humors have just gone away.
Yeah, that's this. I mean, that in my family, if we just seen an elephant's dick out, would have been laughing. Everybody would be laughing and pointing.
I mean, I took my kid to the Tiger King exhibit at Mall of the Mainland. Okay?
He might have had his dick out.
He probably don't. Who knows? Who knows? My child probably got high off of fucking meth fumes from being around them. All right, but I'm still a good mom. Look, cool mom. Okay, yeah. Just sometimes you just gotta laugh it off. Your 3-year-old's not gonna be traumatized. Your 3-year-old, you could have told that kid it was so many things. I miss my kid being through when I could lie to her about anything and she believed it. Now the bitch fact checks me, gets on Google and shit to see, mama, that place not closed. Oh, okay, I just don't want to take your ass. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Mary Kelly from Milwaukee County, you get the bitch please from the Libra Lounge with Keisha. And I think you should not be allowed to visit any more elephant habitats for like at least 3 more years. You agree?
I agree.
I agree. All right. So you guys have a fantastic rest of the week, and we will see you hopefully next week. Bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge.